Here we've got the Segway app. And I'd have to say I think that's where Segway really shines. There's a lot of tech in this scooter, a lot of thought put in this app. It's got a lot of cool features, and just wanted to go through some of them with you here. Of course, you can power your scooter off, slide it, power it back on, powers back on. You can go to it'll tell you how much more mileage you got, what your percentage of charge is. It'll tell you what your controller temperature is, which is kind of nice, you know. Mine's never gotten hot, never really been an issue. And then here we'll go over to settings. You know, you can set up how you want to lock it, whether you want to use a code or if you want to use airlock, or I actually have both enabled. And then it'll give you, like, if something like I was talking before, if somebody tries to take off with your scooter, it's gonna blast the horn, flash the lights. It's got Find My. You turn that on. You're gonna want that. Auto power off. If you don't do anything with it, you know, it'll just power itself off. Traction control system. I'm guessing this works. I really haven't had an issue with losing traction. I know with it on, there was one time I was in like some kind of wet grass on a little hill, and you know, just kind of made it really cut off the power to the motors and stuff. I had to like switch it off or push it, you know, to get out of there. Here's the park on slope I was talking about. You know, if you enable that, you hold the brake lever down, and it'll lock the wheels up for you. So if you got to park it on the slope, you can enable that. Here's your different speed modes. You know, I guess eco is automatically on all the time. You can put on sport, race, and walk mode for slow. So if you're walking with it, again, something I don't really use. You can go in here and you can set your max speed limits. So in eco mode, here we got a max of 16 miles an hour, sport mode, max 31 miles an hour, race mode, max 50 miles an hour. And again, it doesn't matter if you're in single motor or dual motor. It doesn't really matter. Here's your start speed. You can set it, you know, or if you want to do kick off to start. It weighs 117 pounds, so you can kick it off to start. I just set mine at 0. Energy recovery. This is something I want to talk about. This is another thing that I think they kind of missed the mark on. Now, I've had several Segway scooters, and they all do their regen braking the same way. It's a roll-off regen, where you let off the throttle and it starts slowing you down. Kind of like a Tesla or something. Not my favorite. I mean, it works. It's okay. I find with this scooter, especially if I'm in standard mode, you're dealing with a lot of power. When you're trying to modulate your power, or you come off the throttle, it just breaks a little too hard for me. I really wish they would had it to where, like most scooters are, where you can just, you know, as soon as you give a little bit of brake pressure, it engages your regen braking, and you can kind of modulate it that way instead of doing it automatically like this. I've tried both ways. I find weak works the best for me. I gave standard a few tries, but like I said, it's just a bit much. It's not a great way to do their regen braking. You know, I guess the best of the business for that would be Apollo with their dedicated regen braking lever. Segway doesn't have that, but that's another complaint I have. I just wish they would have done the regen braking a little different. All right, then you got brake priority. Now, if you turn this off, disables your regen braking, basically, so you can do burnouts. You know, if you want to tear up your tires, have at it. And then lighting effect. I prefer, you know, you can make it, if you click over here, you can make it flash when you're braking. I prefer just for it to get brighter. Here's your auto headlight features. It really works good. I like the breathing tail light whenever I'm charging. It's just my preference. Scheduled charging. Now, this is something that is really cool. One of my favorite features on the app. I've always, you know, after a ride, especially I'm kind of hard on my scooters. I push them kind of hard. Whenever I come back, you know, you gotta let it cool off a little bit. You don't want to start trying to charge your battery when it's still pretty warm. So you got to wait a little while. This is cool because you can kick it on and you can set up when you want it to charge, when you want it to stop, how long you want it to charge for, if you don't want it to go all the way to 100% or whatever you're setting it at. So this is cool because you come home, you park it, you plug it in, you go ahead and enable your scheduled charging, and whatever time you have enabled, it's going to start charging. So that's a cool feature. I really like that. Here you got your, I guess it's the Segway 9-bot lab. It's just your ABS. You can't really feel it when you can do it. I mean, you can still lock up the brakes and stuff. So I'm not sure how well this works. You know, there it is. You got going there. Sleep mode. This is something I use a lot too. Now, Segway, I've always been a store your scooter at 50, 60% guy. Segway recommends storing it at 80%. So, you go to your charging limit, you set it down to 80%, go ahead and charge it up to 80%, and then you go into sleep mode. Now, in order to go into sleep mode, the scooter has to be on, and then you hit sleep mode and you turn it on. It'll give you a little countdown. And there, now the scooter's in sleep mode. Why is that important? You say, well, this thing, because of its tech, because of it's got Bluetooth and all this other stuff, it's got a lot of parasitic drag on the battery, meaning that if you leave it parked for a long time, let's say you charge it to 80% and you don't do anything with it, like let's say over the winter, you don't do anything for a couple months, well, you got to go back and plug it back in and recharge it back up to that spot, or this kind of takes that away. This last time I had to be out of town for about 2.5 months. I charged the scooter up to 80%. I put it into sleep mode. I came back 2.5 months later, plugged it back in to wake it up from sleep mode, and it was at 79%. So I lost 1% over 2.5 months, which is great. So it's kind of like a set it and forget it type thing. It's just something to help maintain your battery, something to where, you don't have to worry about. It's just one less thing to worry about. That works out pretty good. So, and that's it. That's it in a nutshell. I mean, that's pretty much all there is to that.